So hi, welcome to Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And I'm Tate.
Oh yeah, we're here with Tate. We're gonna chat about the announcement that we made today. Just a little one, for a little bit. He's gonna be hosting Good Noise Fest this year.
Stoked.
Honestly, we should probably start off with like the lineup. Like, start off with the guests here. Who are you most excited about? You haven't seen any of the sets. We have. So, like, who are you excited to see?
That's what's great though, is that like I get to experience it at the same time as everybody else, which is like really exciting. Okay, well, I feel like obvious answer, Bowling for Soup. Like, duh. Like that is the most GOAT move that we have them on the festival. Obviously, like Prince Daddy's gonna be sick. I've really loved Oso Oso for a long time. Like I think that his songwriting is just incredible. And also like some of these sets are like, you know, stripped back, and Oso Oso kills it no matter like what. Whether
Spoiler.
It's acoustic or it's
exactly
back. It is, it's acoustic.
Yeah, see, and I know it's gonna be fire because just like the emotion in his you know, just like cadence and how he performs is like super gripping. So I'm stoked for that. And then I've got some friends playing, which is really exciting, like the boys in Sorry Ghost. Love those guys. Really excited to see their set. And I started following Pennyboard on TikTok a couple of weeks ago, and I just like their energy a lot. Like they are dedicated to the grind. A lot of respect for that. So super stoked. And then Boys of Fall, obviously Breakfast for Dinner. My manager works with those bands. So like shout out to them. Yeah. Shout out Mark. So that's exciting. What about you guys though? I mean, you hooked this up, so like you must be so lit.
We put it together. It was very hard to keep it under wraps. Obviously, like the main one that I think Glory and I are both super stoked about is Bowling for Soup. Like,
obviously,
just holy shit! Like we were interviewing him, and during the interview, he was like, "So we had went into it, and Glory had asked me before the interview. She was like, "Did we ask him?" I'm like,
"Can we do it?
Absolutely the fuck not.
Yeah.
Leave this guy alone."
Oh, the worst thing that could happen is no. Like send
what
it.
I said.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
I was like, "No, we're not sending it. Leave the guy alone." And then he, in the middle of the interview, he goes, "You know, during the pandemic, I did every live stream opportunity that came to me, yada yada." And I was like, "Glory,
exactly.
Silver
we're doing
platter.
it. We're doing it. It's
Yeah,
right here. It's right here." And he said yes, obviously, and we were able to pull it off right before they went on their U.S. tour that they're on right now. Another big one is Prince Daddy, because we've been asking Corey since the first one, and it's crazy that like now the pandemic, like touring is back, and now we get them on a festival, which is super sick. Also, just because like we had wanted them on the podcast for a while since
we started,
and we finally got them this year. Got them on the festival. Mattstagram, his set is super cool. I'm not gonna actually spoil that one, but his set came out really cool. Boys of Fall, because like when Mark came to us with that, I was like, Glory, absolutely, yes.
They crush live. Like no, tons of energy.
And Pulses, they're like some of our best friends. I'm very excited for theirs.
I saw the music video that they put out recently for their new song. It's like Sold Out,
so
I think
good.
Is what it's called.
Yeah.
The energy is just, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I watched it. I was like, I had never listened to the band before. And that's what's really cool is like when you come across a really great visual like that, for me is super like, will make me go listen. And their music reminds me of like the best part of like MySpace scene, like vibes and stuff mixed with like what's cool now and everything. Like, yeah. It's cool that you guys are friends with them. That's rad. I dig their shit a lot.
Yeah, you definitely have to go check them out. They're super sick.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's just me singling out a couple. I'm very excited for all of them, and I'm very excited for everybody to see all of them. Obviously, Glory and I put this lineup together because we're like we handpicked the lineup, so obviously we're excited about all 26 bands. But what about you, Glory?
Okay. I'm very excited to see Topiary Creatures. I've purposely avoided that one because I mean we have all the sets now, but it's like I want that one to be a surprise because like last year we had them and they blew me away. I didn't expect it to be like that good. Like obviously it was gonna be good, but like it was insane.
They got a lot of hype online after that too. A lot of people were stoked by it.
So I'm very, very excited to see what they have under their sleeve for that one. And Pulses, obviously, because they're some of our best friends. They were one of the first people we interviewed, like in the early years. So it's cool to see that they've done almost every festival. So I'm very excited to see what they did for this one. And Fox Teeth. I love Fox Teeth so much. Yeah, I haven't seen that one either because I want that one to be a surprise. And I think they did something special for us as well, right?
They recorded it at the studio that I work at. So yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah.
So yeah, and then I would assume the obvious ones too that I stole.
Oh yeah, I mean, also, also.
You said all the headliners right out the gate.
Exactly. Like, come on.
Well, I was like, I'm gonna go next so I can say all the good ones.
Like, we get it, Shane. You like Bowling for Soup. Like,
I fucking love Bowling for Soup.
That's what's so sick about having such a great lineup is like there's hidden gems in there. Like a lot of people obviously are gonna come to see their favorite band, but people that are like tuning in to see Prince Daddy or to see Bowling for Soup, I think by the end of it, they're going to walk away with like a new favorite band. So that's like the best part of all of this is the exposure. So that's super sick.
Gonna be super sick.
And that's always like one of our goals for this festival is kind of having like the bigger bands so then they can draw their fans to the festival. And then we have a lot of like smaller bands or even like minuscule bands. So then they usually get like a little boost at the end of the festival. It makes me so happy.
That's so perfect.
Hell yeah. So Tate, obviously we came to you about the festival. It's not the first time we've come to you about the festival. You thought you had played it before.
It's the third time.
But we came to you, we were like, yo, play it. And Mark came back like a week and a half later and was like, Tate wants to host. So I'm kind of interested, like, what kind of made you be like, I want to host this thing? Because we weren't pitching you as a host. We wanted you to play.
Yeah.
Right. I think that like I just have always been somebody that wants to be involved in the community in as many different ways as possible. And like playing is awesome. Like obviously all these people are playing it and it's going to be great. But I just thought that this would be a really cool way for me to like grow in the community and like meet more people and to highlight more artists. Like it's awesome being an artist, but also like hyping up other artists is one of the best things that you can do for yourself and for your friends. So, and also I've known you guys for years and, you know, working with the two of you is an honor as well. So I just think that it's a really cool opportunity to get to just like, instead of be the person making the music, like be the person hyping it up. Like that's really exciting for me. So I'm really grateful that you guys are down for the idea because it's gonna be really cool.
Well,
of course.
Like when Mark came to us right away, we were like, absolutely, man, let's do it.
Yes.
And like we didn't even have much of a plan. We were just like, yeah, sure, whatever. We'll
figure it out.
Like the festival has become very like cookie cutter for us because we've done it so many times where it's just like, okay, this is what's got to get done. So this was like a fun way to like make it interesting, and we were absolutely flying by the seat of our pants the entire time when it came to planning like your half of it. Which is why it took 2 Zoom meetings to kind of get everything down.
Dude, that keeps it real though. Like, and I like now that we are where we are, I know we're gonna fucking crush it. Like,
absolutely.
It's gonna be so great. I'm just so grateful for the opportunity. Like it's fun and it's just like a blast. Like just getting to watch all the different sets, and you know, I think I'm gonna be like live in the chat while it's happening. So I'll be like, this band slaps. Like
gonna be emceeing the entire event.
Yes. Did you see that guitar lick? Like, go back,
but like when Mark came to us with the idea, it kind of just felt like the logical next step kind of for the festival, because the whole idea behind it was like, okay, how big can we, like, what's the biggest fucking band that we can get to headline? And then on top of that, like, let's get a host on top of it. Like, why the fuck? And that wasn't even a thought when we started planning, but like the second that it came to us, I was just like, that's the most logical step.
That's so sick. I'm so glad that you guys
and actually
went like, nah, forget this, dude.
And actually, I think for like our first Good Noise Fest, we kind of wanted to do something similar to it because you had just seen the Hot Topic Mikey Way host thing. You were like, oh, I think we should do that. But it's like, we didn't know, we thought it was a good idea, but we didn't know what to do.
We didn't know what we were doing.
Exactly, because we didn't know. We thought, do we host it? And then it's like, oh, that's kind of awkward because it's not gonna be like us in a room filming ourselves. It's gonna be just the Zoom. And that's kind of awkward. So it's like, let's not do that. And then you just kind of like fell into our lap and we're like, ooh, we could do that now. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's perfect.
That's awesome.
So another thing, like, so we're donating all the proceeds for everything to Black and Pink organization. Gloria is always kind of in charge of the charity. I'm very hands off with that. I'm like, bring it to me, give me the facts, and leave it at that. So Glory, I never really ask you this question when in the planning process, but I'm very interested. It's like, what drew you to Black and Pink? And Tate, you seem very passionate about the organization as well. So if you want to chime in, kind of like what drew you to it?
Oh, for sure. Gloria, you take the lead on this.
Okay. So I don't have much to say. Usually it's just kind of like I see a charity and I look into it. And usually it's kind of like yes, I want to do that one. Now I don't need to see any other ones. So the main things that I look for in charities is usually something that helps the LGBTQ plus community or incarcerated individuals. And they do both of it. And I was like, this is perfect, because we've not worked with the Equal Justice Initiative, but in previous festivals, we donated the funds made from that to that charity. And then also, I believe it was the last festival we did Trevor Project.
I think so.
It was somewhere.
So. Yeah.
I think it was. It was either Finterfest or the last one. I can't remember. So that's usually what I look for in a charity or an organization to give the proceeds to. And I was looking for maybe like a day. I dedicated like 5 hours to just kind of researching into charities. I got a couple handfuls, and then I dropped those as soon as I saw Black and Pink. And I was like, this is perfect. Match made in heaven. I emailed them. They were down, and they gave me tons more information that wasn't on their website. And as I read all the doc that they gave to us, I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. I love it. I love this organization.
And in terms of like what I said earlier about like the logical next step, another thing was when Glory came to me and was like, I want to officially partner with the charity this year.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, that seems a little out there. Like, I don't know if they're going to respond to our email, but absolutely go for it. And it was like we got a response in a couple of days, and I was like, what in the fuck? Like, exactly. I didn't expect it. Like, I thought that she was overshooting massively, but when we got that was kind of like, we hadn't even started planning it yet. So once we had locked that in, I was like, okay, we're going to go fucking massive this year.
Exactly. And it also, it made us more credible this year as well. I feel like that also helped us get bands that we aimed for, like Prince Daddy, also bands that we've wanted for a while, but have never been able to get, because it's like, we were able to say this year, we're officially partnered with the organization, and they know we're doing this and they support this. So please come to the festival. So
yeah, well, I mean, I think that everyone loves to help a good cause. And what's cool to me about this, when you guys sent over like all of the information for this charity, it's like there's so many amazing charities that people are like really familiar with, like the Trevor Project. That's a huge organization. And what's cool about this one is I had never heard of it before. And so when doing the research on it and like reading the doc that you sent over and going to their website, I watched their like YouTube little mission statement thing on their website. And it was like, it's so amazing what an incredible organization this is. And I've never heard of it. So how many other people have never heard of it? So I think it's really, really awesome to, just like you said, like you can kind of like zoom in on these smaller charities that are doing incredible work that maybe don't get as enough like recognition. And now, you know, all of the people that watch this festival are going to be exposed to a charity that they might not be familiar with. And like, that's really special too. I mean, not that the big charities are, you know, any like those are great too, but there's just so many like right under the surface that you might not know about. And so just like you said, for them to be working with the queer community and minorities and people of color and working with incarceration and homelessness, like it's so much packaged into one. And that's incredible. I'm super, you know, grateful that they were down to work with us, because it's, you know, it's an honor. So good job, Glory. You found a perfect charity.
Good job,
Glory.
So
much. Thank you.
So I mean, off of the fest, you've got some music coming out this Friday, Tate.
Yeah,
it's a 2-song EP. It's called Double Feature. We're not going to go super in depth on it because we could be here for the next 40 minutes chatting with you.
Just whip out the question.
But you know, just
like, oh, you mean I can talk? Like I can run my mouth too. They're like, we have to keep this brief. Like,
so like, funny. just kind of, you know, tell us a little bit about it. I hate going with the very like stereotypical tell us about it, man. But like that's kind of where we're at, so that we don't go too in depth, you know?
No, I feel you. Well, first of all, like it's crazy. This week is like locked and loaded. Like we're, you know, dropping this on Friday, doing the fest on Saturday. Like it's really exciting. Like I'm in a really like energetic mood, obviously drinking a lot of coffee as well. But
that'll help.
I just yeah, I'll try to keep it brief. It's called Double Feature because it's just 2 songs. I was gonna just release a single like Into the World, and then I had this other song that I kind of liked too, but it didn't really fit into like a repertoire of any other thing that I wanted to release in the future. So I was like, I'm just gonna put out 2 songs. Like, why not? You know what I mean? Like I'm making my own rules. So I thought it would be cool. But both songs are kind of, it's weird. I wrote them a couple of months ago, and it was just kind of about like grappling with the state of the world right now and like how it feels to just like be in my 20s and try to like enjoy things and be excited about life and like, you know, find the like good in things, but also being like debilitated by bad news breaking every single day. And so the EP is kind of just about trying to navigate that. And it's not necessarily like depressing at all. It's more just like, what the fuck what's the next step for me to try to like make things better, I guess. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think a lot of people will be able to relate to it. Hopefully, I think, because we're all in a very similar boat right now. I think everyone is, honestly. So, but it's fun. It's punk. It's loud. I'm stoked for it. So yeah, that comes out Friday, and then we'll do this fest on Saturday. So that's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be so
insane.
fun.
Very excited to hear the EP. Haven't heard it yet, but very excited for Friday.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that.
So there's one specific question I want to ask about it, and that's it. I'm going to cut myself off there. I know
Okay.
I know the first single that you released, you worked with Matt Squire, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and we had talked about that very in depth. Did you work on these songs with him, or was it a different producer that you worked with?
So I actually went back and worked with Mark McCluskey, who did Happy's second record for this, because I lived in that man's house for like 17 days. Like, I just know him really, really well. And even though working with Matt Squire was incredible, and I'll work with him again in the future, just with these two songs, they felt a little bit grittier than Kill Me to Try. So I was like, let me go back to this producer that I know is going to make this sound like kind of dirty, kind of Weezery, kind of, you know what I mean? And the songs, like the writing of the songs, I think are very different than Happy, like just the structure of the song and kind of like how it goes. But I knew that Mark would crush it, I guess, for lack of like what I was looking for. And I just know him really well. And so it was fun to call him up and be like, I know you haven't talked in a year, but you want to work on another song together? And he was like, oh my God, how have you been? Like, so that was really, really fun. Mark McCluskey's great. He's worked on, like I said, Weezer, Motion City Soundtrack, The Front Bottoms, Sleep on It. So
that's awesome.
Just he's a great dude, and I love his dogs. So that's
always
a bonus.
Yeah.
He's got 2 little Italian greyhounds that are adorable.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
Well, I mean, that's all we got for you.
I'm just thrilled to be here.
I don't really know what to say, because we kind of like vowed to never do like a live interview again, even though this is more conversation than an interview. So I don't really know what to say. I mean,
this is about the festival, not my music. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm trying to like secretly sneak it in there, like stream my music.
You did a great job in the clips that are in the fest, by the way.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Because we told you, just like, dude, just plug your music outright, and you were like, oh, by the way, I'm a musician and I make music and I'm a singer-songwriter.
Perfect.
But I'll just end it off the way we end every interview. Like, just go ahead, plug whatever the fuck you want to plug, man. Socials, all that shit.
Oh, thanks. Well, since we're live, I think I was going to announce this week anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now that we're live. And if Mark gets mad, then whatever.
Mark, don't get mad.
We'll fight about it later.
Yeah.
So I've got this EP dropping on the 1st, and then the following Friday, I am dropping a cover of Jesse's Girl with Zach from Man Overboard, which I am very, very excited about. It is super pop punk. We made it like twice as fast as the original version, and there's like a guitar solo and stuff. I think it's going to be great. But yeah, Spotify, everything drops. Like, it sounds so silly to say, but pre-saving really does help. It helps me and anyone else that you enjoy get on playlists. The more pre-saves you have, the more playlists you get on, which is sick. And the more people can hear my music or anyone else in this festival's music. So if you want to check out my stuff or any of the bands that are on this amazing lineup that maybe you're not familiar with yet, the best thing you can do is follow them on social media, engage with them, and listen to their music and tell your friends about them. So that, including me, so do that. Tate X Logan on everything. But yeah, and go and listen to all of the awesome podcast interviews that these dudes have done with everybody, because
literally everybody.
Great. You guys are killing it.
Thank you. Well, it's always a blast chatting with you, but we do have some music to talk about, so we're gonna have to let you go. But we'll see you virtually on Saturday, and I'm sure we'll chat sometime soon.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Right.
I hope you have a great night. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Tate.
See you later. Bye.
Bye, Tate.
It's like, how do I leave this? Okay, there we go. Bye.
Bye.
I love Tate.
Yeah, Tate's the best. So before
Oh my
we get into the music that we talk about, I did go to a show last night. I would like to talk about it.
You went to a show?
Oh, I went to another show. I saw Memphis Mayfire, From Ashes to New, Rain City Drive, and Wolves at the Gate.
From Ashes to New, I didn't wait. From Ashes to New, we interviewed them.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
And bro, all of the fucking bands on that lineup slap live.
That's good.
Like, go really, like, I knew that Memphis Mayfire was gonna go hard because like even when they were doing like their radio rock, butt rock kind of stuff back in 2019 when I saw them for the first time, they still went hard live. And that was a festival where they didn't have like full lights production and stuff. So like with the lighting and everything, so fucking good. And they were pulling out all their heavy stuff. I'm like, dude, this is great. There wasn't a single butt rock song. I love that album.
Bless.
But there was no butt rock.
That's good.
From Ashes to New was pretty good. I like still maybe because like we interviewed them so long ago, like it just doesn't like click with me like how big they really are, because there were so many people there, especially like in the section that I was in, that were stoked to see them, that were like there for them. But it was also like the perfect lineup because it was put together by Sirius Octane, so all those bands are being played on Octane.
So like, everybody's heard a song.
Everybody's heard one or two songs, so they're all kind of like in like the same kind of fan base almost. So it was the perfect lineup. Everyone was into every band. But I was just, it keeps blowing me away. Like first seeing them build as the direct support and then seeing how many people were actually there for them. There were so many people there for them. I thought that Memphis Mayfire was going to be playing less people than From Ashes to New, just because there were so many people, but everybody stayed, and it's like, it makes no fucking sense to me, because From Ashes to New is more like that Linkin Park style, like rap metal shit, and Memphis Mayfire is just straight up metalcore. And I'm like, this makes no sense, but everybody's into it. And I'm like, what? Rain City Drive was the complete wild card on that lineup, because they're like, I guess you could say like post-hardcore-ish, but they're not super heavy, but people were into them too, and I'm like, what in the fuck is happening? And then Wolves at the Gate were also great live. We have actually interviewed all the bands on that lineup, which is very exciting.
That's insane.
So yeah, but that it was a great show. Tomorrow I see Big Time Rush and Dixie D'Amelio for the first time. Well, second time. I see both of them for the second time. I'm very excited to see Dixie. I'm very excited to see Dixie.
I know you're very excited. I'm very excited.
And then on Sunday the 3rd, I see Big Time Rush again. And I think Dixie might be on it. We don't know. She's not listed on the Ticketmaster thing, but I don't know why she wouldn't be on it. She's on the tour. I'll find out on Sunday. Fingers crossed that she's there. I'm very excited. But that's been that, man. We got music to talk about. We'll start off with Weezer. They dropped a new album. It's their summer album. They dropped it on the first day of summer. When they announced that they were doing 4 albums in 1 year, I was like, this isn't going to be good. But this album honestly wasn't half bad.
No, I liked it.
Yeah,
Weezer's good now.
Like I think I liked it more than the spring one.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't say the same. I loved the spring one.
But it's just like, I don't know. Like it's just like when Weezer, because Weezer just has like they do like 17 albums in 3 years, and then they don't drop anything for 10, and it's like in those 17 albums there's like 2 or 3 good ones, but it's like everything they've put out so far has been really good. But I'm pretty sure at the same time they were supposed to do this last year and then shelved it. So they had like. So
you think everything's just kind of
no? They had
already?
like another year to kind of work on it. Like instead of being like pumping it out as they go, everything's kind of done.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not in the Weezer camp. I just think I had heard through the grapevine that it was supposed to come out last year. But it's been good. I don't know. I'm excited for the next 2.
Me too. I'm very excited. I liked this a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't hear myself. So if I'm yelling, I felt like I was yelling in the Tate interview.
You were.
Or Tate discussion.
I was yelling over everybody.
Dude, because I can't. These are noise canceling, so like I can't
you got
hear
the new
anything.
Headphones.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Dripped out. New swag.
Right, man?
What, you can't turn off the noise cancellation on them?
No, it's like it's just it's muffled.
Okay.
So it's like I could hear myself, but it's like internal me. It's not like the other ones where it's like I can hear myself crystal clear. But to speaking of the Tate thing, I wanted to say this, but I didn't have the energy to actually like
speak over me when I was yelling.
Dude, you knew what you were gonna say. You had a mission. I was like, I'm just gonna let him. You're doing this. You're doing great. Isn't it crazy how like Happy was the first band we wanted on the podcast, and now 3 years later we have Tate hosting.
We just sat down with Tate for 17 minutes and fucked around.
And it's just like, and he was like, I've known you guys for years and I love you guys. And I was like, 14-year-old me is crying right now.
17-year-old you was crying too.
Dude, that's another reason why I was quiet, because I was like, this can't be real. This is like one big April Fool's joke, isn't it? This is crazy.
Yeah, Tate and I got you real good. We actually planned that.
Yeah, he's not actually hosting it. But yeah, as Tate, we love you. This is, and then when he brought up Happy, I was like, oh my god, because I still have a silly little Happy painting back there because I'm still a Happy stan. I'm a Tate Logan stan now, actually. But like insane. All right, we're continuing. I finally got the energy. The energy drink is finally kicking in.
Nice.
Driving Underwater dropped new album, One-Sided Conversations.
Bro, this album fucking rocks. We spoke to them about the album. Yep. Partly about the album, partly about movie theater ads and Olive Garden shitting problems, you know, typical things. But I was I was reading through the track list because I didn't go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
Today I just didn't have the time. I was just like listening to the singles, and I was like,
and
okay,
we had just recently listened to it.
But we just spoke to them like a week ago. So, I was reading through the track list again, and the fucking track names are hilarious. Like, Art Thou Feeling It Now, Mr. Krabs? And even shit like just like She's Got a Knife and that Jared Can't Read. Like
Jared Can't Read, yep.
And Dad Rock Part 2, The Revenge. Like, what the fuck?
It's insane. It's insane, yeah.
Like those alone, even if I hadn't already listened to the album, I would be like, I have to listen to this fucking record because what the hell? Yeah. But the album slaps, so you should go listen to it. And also the track list names are funny.
It's hilarious. Yeah. This album rocked, and I agree with you. You're taking everything tonight, dude. You take the headliners. You say that you're excited for the headliners first. Now
you could have said you were excited for them too. We're two different people.
I know, but it's like, obviously I'm excited for the headliners. Anyways, oh wait, that's not mine. Okay.
Alexisonfire dropped a new album, Otherness. Now, this is their first album in 13 years.
Jesus Christ.
I had heard of them like in the span of that time, just because like through like honestly through PR and stuff, just like looking through and like seeing it on whatnot. So I had heard of them and was like, oh, I should check them out, you know. And I never did, obviously, but this album came out, and actually I think it was Caleb from Beartooth that had posted about like how great their set was at like Slam Dunk or some shit, because for some reason Beartooth and Alexisonfire were playing Slam Dunk.
Yeah.
Whatever,
what's going on there?
So I was like, okay, I'm a little excited for this record because I love Beartooth, and this album was fucking great. Like I feel inclined to like go back and listen to their older work because it's like this album fucking rocks. I don't know, front to back, it bangs. So Caleb was right. I don't know.
This album was very good, and don't take this the wrong way at all. It had like, in the best way, right? Like a tinge of butt rock.
Oh,
but
there's
like
nothing wrong with that. There's bro.
We've slandered butt rock like for this entire podcast. Okay. We've always said, "Ew, butt rock, ew, stinky."
Yeah, we say "ew, butt rock," and then I go listen to it when we get off the air. So like, I don't like.
No, but I don't. Is the thing. So when it's coming from me, it's a completely different thing. I have to put a disclaimer before. But yeah, it was like a little sprinkle of butt rock, and I was like, you know what? I'm butt rocking with it, man. This is great. This is
butt rocking with it, bro. I love me some butt rock.
I love it, man. But yeah, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it a lot. I didn't know that this was their first album in 13 years. Jesus Christ. Welcome back. Yeah. I wonder, you think they were supposed to come back? When did they officially say that they were back? Because you think this was like pre-pandemic? They were like, "Ooh, we're gonna come back in 2020," and then
wasn't following them. I didn't.
Oh yeah, because you didn't know. You didn't keep up with them.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. Coheed and Cambria dropped new album Vaxes 2, A Window of the Waking Mind.
Bro, so I'm wearing the used version of the Coheed tour shirt because they both had the same design, just different. But it was Coheed's name.
Yeah, just
on
like
the
a different.
And it was also $5 more for the Coheed shirt.
Oh my god!
I wasn't at the tour for Coheed, but I thought that they were cool then, but like didn't really get it. I was like, this band's all right, and I have to see them because the Used and Meet Me at the Altar are playing too, and I want to see them. Yeah. And I spent a lot of money to be this close to the stage, so I'll just
might as well.
I'll see Coheed too. I thought they were okay, but like this whole album rollout and everything is like really gotten me into them. Like this album fucking slaps.
It does, yeah.
They kept playing one of the songs that the Seen Hella Mega tour. I was gonna call it Hella Mega, but Trinity of Terror, whatever.
Trinity of Terror.
And I was like, God damn, bro, like damn, it's so catchy. It's so catchy. Yeah. And then our friend Ethan was like, Shane, you're there right now. What song are they? What was the song with the animated music video? I was like, I think it was this one. And there were even people around me like, yo, what is the song? And I was telling everyone because I knew.
Oh wow.
Because big Coheed and Cambria stan, you know.
Of course.
But this album is fucking great. I'm actually gonna go back and listen to it again because I was like blown away, and maybe I'll see them in the summer because they'll also have Mothica on tour.
Ooh, that's a good tour. That's a solid tour.
It's Coheed, Alkaline Trio, and Mothica.
Wow.
So
yeah, you got to go to that. I'm assuming they're not hitting Virginia, so.
I don't know.
I don't think they are. I'm pretty sure I saw Mothica's tour. I think I only follow Mothica on Instagram, so I'm pretty sure I saw her post that, and I was like, arg. Exactly. Mothica isn't even on the Blue Ridge Rock Fest. Like, come on, guys, you had one job. Anyways, this album was good. It was kind of like all over the place, like
in the best way, though, I think.
Yeah, it kept me interested. It kept me listening. Nothing like mashed together, nothing, kind of grayed out. It was all very vibrant, and it was just a very nice album. The last track especially is my favorite because it's like they did like 5 different genres in that track. There were parts where they had like a little poppy chorus, and I was like, is this the same album? Or and then it's like the end, it was like super theatrical. And I was like, this reminds me, obviously like not sound wise, but just vibe wise, when Motionless in White did that motion picture version of their songs. Yeah, that was incredible. And it was like the last like 30 seconds of the song. And I was like, I could do a whole album of this if they decided to do that. So guys, this is your sign. Please do a motion picture soundtrack of this album. That'd be really cool to see it all be theatrical. I think it would fit perfectly.
And even with the cover art, and like I didn't watch all the music videos, but I watched the one that they were playing at Trinity of Terror because there was nothing else to do, obviously.
Yeah.
And it just like
40 minutes. God,
it gives like that vibe where it like could be like kind of like the whole thing that they kind of built around it, I guess the world or whatever. Just feels like it would work, like to do like a Motionless in White kind of thing with the motion picture soundtrack. Raptors put out a new album, Living Without Death's Permission. We spoke
to Raptors.
We spoke to Simon. It was honestly a great conversation. Like he had me hooked the entire time, like talking about the record.
Even though it was like 1 a.m. for him. Poor thing. Thank you, Simon.
But it was a great conversation. So go listen to the album and then listen to our conversation with him. This album is good. The only thing is like when it opens, you don't really know what to expect because like you look at them and you're like, they could play brutal death metal or they could be playing pop music and just be dressed super hardcore. I don't know. Like
we've seen it before.
Yeah, you don't really know what to expect. So it comes on, and there's like they're like, I think they're from like the UK, right? I think. Yeah. But it's like they've got like a southern accent to them, where it's like kind of like this, like, and I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? But it's like you get used to it. and I'm like, very quickly, and it doesn't like pull away from the music. I was just very confused. Like when it got sent to us, I was like, I can hear how it's good, but I'm very confused right now by how this guy has a southern accent and he's not from the South.
Exactly. Yeah. It's nowhere near it.
So that was the only confusing part for me. The single, I'm gonna find it 1 second. I believe it was Rock Bottom is a Stepping Stone. That fucking song is so goddamn catchy. Like I like up until we went live, because obviously head went empty once we started talking to Tate. I was like, we gotta make sure this conversation is good. But up until then, that song was playing in my head like over and over again, and I was like, god damn, this song is so good. Album was great. I really enjoyed it. Long story short, I like the album. It was pretty good.
Album good. But yes, this album's incredible. This is the type of like heavier music that I like, where it's not like I can't understand what you're saying, but I like the instruments. I can't use that cop out here because you can understand what they're saying, and then I liked it a lot. I don't know. I liked that there was the first track reminds me of Ice Nine Kills a little bit, and I say that I don't know how. Don't ask me how, but I just get that vibe. Glory
comparison over here.
I think it might just be like the guitars on it or something. It just reminds me of how they would write guitars, and that's good. So automatically hearing that in the beginning, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna like this album because it reminds me of one of my favorite bands. As the album progresses, it sounds less and less like Ice Nine Kills, but it's still a different branch of what genre is this?
I would go more like hard rock. It wasn't super
hard
heavy.
Rock.
Yeah, I would go more like a hard rock.
Hard rock. It's a branch of hard rock that I do enjoy, and from this album learn to enjoy, because usually I kind of steer away from hard rock just as like a listening to it, because I don't know, sometimes it bleeds into dad rock and then it just kind of gets a little mushy, but this did not. Like at any part of the album there was no dad rock vibes,
no dad rock vibes.
No dad vibes. Zero dad vibes found. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it was a very good chat. Very good chat. Emery dropped a new album. Rub some dirt on it. We smoked Emery.
Yeah. This album is super cool. It's like that, like, I don't really know what to put it in. I called it punk during the interview, and then I was listening through it again. I was like, maybe more like a post-hardcore, but whatever. It's one and the same. It's a very solid record, and like they said it was a one take kind of recording thing that they did.
One take, and then they kind of messed with a couple things. Yeah.
Which was super fucking cool, and talking about that was super awesome. But the last song on the album, like this, you either have to make it very like, this is one of the ways to go about making a super captivating closer that isn't just the slowest song on the record. They like made like fucking mariachi music or some shit as the closer, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was listening to it, and my dad goes, what the fuck are you listening to? I'm like, I thought it was like not like a mariachi band. Like he's like, what are you listening to in there, mariachi? I'm like, I listen to a little bit of everything,
Exactly.
But that was super interesting, and like that is like kept the album in the back of my mind. Oh shit, there goes my headphone. Where it's like, that's just like one way, that's an interesting way to go about capturing like people at the end of the record, to be like, it make your mark by the end,
Oh yeah, it definitely keeps it memorable, because it's like you get this whole vibe throughout the entire album, and then they just slap that at the end, and you're like, what?
That's why it's like, I just keep thinking about that song, so it's like hard for me to be like, okay, wait, but what was the rest of the album? Because I'm just stuck on the mariachi closer.
It was a mariachi album, Shane. That's what it was.
Okay.
It sounded like you were gonna say something.
No,
okay. Dude, I try not to interrupt you, but anyways, this album was very good. The conversation was great. First listen, I was like, this bangs. The mariachi thing did throw me off, but I was vibing with it. So I was like, you know what? This is they did it well. So can't complain about that. A little confused, but it's fine. I really enjoyed it. It's a solid record. I don't have that much to say. I liked it. And the conversation was great. And now knowing that the entire album was basically one take, and then, tuned up a little bit post recording definitely makes it a lot more impressive. And that's why we like to have conversations with these artists, because it always just unlocks a new little, hey, by the way, during this thing, I actually couldn't talk, but I still sang. And it's like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
That's cool though.
That means every single artist we talk about ever has to come on the podcast so that we can unlock those little things.
Yeah.
But who's not welcome on the podcast is Machine Gun Kelly. He dropped a deluxe album.
That was a great segue.
Thank you. Deluxe version of his album, Mainstream Sellout. Honestly, these deluxe songs are better than that entire boring ass record he put out.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. And actually listening to the I can't remember it was the Living Life. I know it was with Glaive.
Oh, the rap song, the pop punk rap song that he did.
Okay, second listen, I liked it. It was definitely better the second listen. Glaive. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it's just Glaive. You are welcome on the podcast. Your buddy Colson, he is not welcome on the podcast, but we'd love to have you on. The 5 new tracks, 10 out of 10. I wouldn't give him 10 out of 10 because it's still Machine Gun Kelly. But compared to the album, 10 out of 10. I'd rather listen to these tracks. I won't, but I'd rather listen to these tracks like 50 times than the album again, because the album was just that bad.
Yeah, I just don't know why these got shelved and some of the songs on the album made on like fucking, what was it? It was Paper Cuts or whatever the lead single for the album.
Oh my god, was that with the Kellen Quinn? No, that was Love Race.
That was the one where the single art, he was like standing like this and it was the all black background and shit.
I don't remember this.
I believe it's Paper Cuts. Like boring ass songs like that made it on, but some of the bangers that were on the B sides didn't make it on.
Exactly. Yeah. Who made that decision?
So that's that. Now Glory's trying to find this cover art. It would be a shame if
Paper Cuts. It's where he's doing the he's smoking. Yeah. Lame. Spiritbox dropped a new EP, Rotoscope.
Came out of fucking nowhere. They announced it and they were like, okay, one song coming out. And then Kingdom Leaks immediately was like, they got 2 more and it's all dropping at the same time. And I was like, oh fuck. And I was sitting in on Pollyanna's practice during this and I was like, oh my god, it's 9:00 and I'm still here. I can't listen to the Spiritbox yet. So the second I got in the car, I was like, okay, it's Spiritbox time. I'd been listening to Jonas Brothers all fucking day and I was like, it's Spiritbox time, baby.
That's Whiplash.
This fucking EP is so great. Like just 3 straight bangers that are reminiscent of the record but are moving in a completely different direction for the band, which is awesome. I'm glad they're not just trying to like recreate Holy Roller, which is obviously what put them on the map. And that they're kind of like branching off and kind of doing their own thing and doing whatever, because they don't make bad songs, at least not yet. They haven't made a bad song. And so these fucking songs are great. So hell yeah.
I personally don't remember the Spiritbox album as much as I want to. I only listened to it once, to be fair, because it's not my genre. I know, like I have like a handful of bands that I listen to in that genre, and they're not one of them, unfortunately. But this EP was really good. It's your genre, Shane. So
absolutely.
You're exactly.
I fucking love Spiritbox.
Exactly. You're the Spiritbox stan of the group, and I'm the. I dabble in Iceland Kills. I know they're one album, but yeah, this EP was incredible. I really enjoyed it, and it literally just dropped out of nowhere because I saw the EP drop and I was like, Shane didn't say like any, oh my god, new Spiritbox EP coming out this weekend. It was just kind of like a, yo, this dropped, and nobody knew that it was gonna happen. But yeah,
well, I knew that there were other songs coming, but like the way I had read the message was like, okay, they're going to drop the single and then there's 2 other songs that will come later and it'll be packaged up as an EP. I didn't read it as 3 songs are dropping tonight and they only announced 1.
Yeah,
I didn't read it like that. So when it was the full EP, I was like, oh fuck, let's go. So are they going to do a tour? Have they announced a tour? They're touring with Ghost.
That's what it is. Okay, because for some reason I thought if they were going to drop anything, I thought they were going to drop before their ink dates.
Well, I know that they're working on that this is like off of something that they've been working on. So I'm really, because Rise
Haley
Records,
Williams.
Well, they're on Rise, and I think Rise just has been starting to do like the EP thing. I was gonna say, Of Mice and Men, but Of Mice and Men is on Sharp Tone. They're not on Rise anymore. But it's like all of these like metalcore labels are kind of starting to go towards like that. Let's drop EPs of like 3 or 4 songs, and then we'll put the album out. And I really hope that that's not where they're going. Because like I love these songs so much, and it always sucks because like I loved all of the songs that Of Mice and Men put out, but by the end of the year when the album finally came out, I haven't listened to those last couple of tracks that came out at the end nearly as much as the tracks that came out at the beginning of the year, because
it was like 2.
I burned out of the first EP, and by the 4th one I was like, I don't actually care anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, they lost you.
Yeah. So it's like that album rollout was insane. I'm not saying that Spiritbox is going to go the next year putting out 4 EPs, but
God.
I just hope that they're not going with that kind of rollout. But I guess we'll see. I don't even know how they just, I know they sat on the record for a little bit. But I mean, they could have a new album already, but I don't know why they'd start an album rollout. They put the album out less than a year ago. They put it out 10 months ago. So
I mean, hey,
that's just confusing to me. But they're also running off a shit ton of hype right now, so it makes sense. Just be like, you have another album done, let's put it out already. Like, what are we waiting for? You know?
Yeah, when people care now, so put it out now.
Yeah. Limbs put a new EP, Coma Year. This fucking EP is insane, bro. This shit is nuts. It's so good.
It's goofy, some would say.
You're gonna
Are
kill
you
me.
okay?
You're gonna kill me. You can't make me laugh that hard. I'm still struggling over here.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, this EP was fucking great. We spoke to Austin about it. I'm very upset I didn't get to catch their tour with Greyhaven and the Callous Dow Boys. That would have been an insane show, but you know, it was 21 plus in Philly, and I couldn't get in, so that's okay.
You should have just snuck in, like how you did for Limp Bizkit.
I didn't sneak in for Limp Bizkit. It was all ages. I was just the venue in the casino wasn't the casino was off to the left. The venue was right here, so I was able to get in. But yeah, man, this EP is fucking great. Go stream it and then go watch our interview with Austin about it. Good plug.
Good plug. Yeah, it bangs. I'm sorry. I don't Arrows in Action dropped a new single, Over It. More like banging it. I don't know. I didn't
banging it. What?
I was trying to incorporate bang in there, but it didn't work out well.
This song was great. I know the last time I was like, the new song, it's great, but I saw it way too many times on TikTok. This time, I didn't see this song too many times on TikTok, so I'm very excited about that. I went into it without the chorus stuck in my head already. So, but the song was great. They've been putting out fucking bangers. So, and it's cool to see just how big they've gotten over like the past year. So hell yeah! Now they're going on a fucking headliner with Jiraiya. It's awesome.
I love it.
So fuck yeah, this song's great. Go stream it and then go watch their TikToks, because some of them are very funny. I do enjoy the TikToks from time to time. Yeah. Beyonce put out a new single, "Break My Soul."
Woo!
Woo!
Okay, I really like this track. The beginning kind of caught me off guard because I was like, this is not what I thought a Beyonce would do for a song. And then it grew on me. I was like, oh, you know what? This bangs. This bangs hard. It's already taking over Instagram Reels. I can't get away from it now. So I was like, oh my God, this is so good. And I'm like, please, for the love of God, pick another song to put behind your cake decorating video. I love Beyonce. I love this song, but I'm already getting sick of it. And I've only listened to it for the first time today. So, yeah.
I was like confused. It's not what I expected.
Yeah.
Granted, not a massive Beyonce stan. Just gonna put that out there.
Neither am I. I like Beyonce.
You know, I'm not a big Beyonce stan, you know, but I just I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this. Like I keep listening to it, and it's like I'm getting it every like more and more the more times I listen to it, but I'm still just confused. And I think it might be the opening because it opens very weird, and it just kind of leaves me stumped even when it kind of kicks in. But it doesn't, like, my Beyonce knowledge ends at the songs that were on the radio, but it just doesn't feel like a Beyonce song that would have been on the radio, you know?
I think it is gonna. I know it's gonna be.
I know it's gonna be on the radio because it's the lead single off whatever the album that she's putting out. But it just doesn't feel like what I used to hear on the radio back in 2011 when I was, you know, when Single Ladies was the only thing that was on the airwaves. That was
2011?
I'm just throwing a year out there. So
yeah, personally, I was looking for like a, obviously it wouldn't be this, but like another like Formation. You know that song, right? Like, okay, ladies, now let's get in formation. You know
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be something like that because like I know I'm such a disappointment to like every single community I'm in, but I don't listen to Beyonce, so I only know like 3 songs by her, and it's like Single Ladies, Formation.
Well, Single Ladies is a banger, by the way.
It is, and then like one more that I can't even think of. So 2, I know 2 Beyonce songs. I'm sorry, guys, but now I know 3. So
nice,
boom.
Good job.
Yeah. So just from my Beyonce knowledge, this was not at all what I expected, but I welcome it.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks, man. Fit for a King dropped new single Reaper. This song banged. I like this a lot.
It's fucking heavy.
Yeah, dude, and I liked it. I was like, you know what, Fit for a King? You get a pass. You get a pass. I mean, my guinea pig was grooving to it. She was dancing, and I was like, yeah, man, this is how it goes. This is how it is.
I'm so fucking excited to see them with I Prevail and Pierce the Veil.
Me too, man.
Right now, I've only got tickets to see the leg with San Atlantic, which I'm very excited about, but I'm hoping that able to pull off one of the dates with yours truly as well. But I'm just, that whole tour, man, is so fucking great, and I'm very excited because Fit for a King, I think that they were recording a new record. Obviously, I would assume that this is the first single off that record, so I'm very excited to hear what they've been cooking up, because this is like heavier, like was on the heavy spectrum of their last record, and possibly even heavier than that. So I'm very excited to see what they were doing in the studio. So fuck yeah, and then come on the podcast when it's album time, please.
Please, begging, we are begging.
Sleeping with Sirens and Spencer from Under Oath put out a new single, Crosses. This was not a collab that I thought. I mean, all of the collabs on this album I didn't think were gonna happen, but this is, after seeing that list, this is the one that makes the most sense. This song is fucking great. Yeah. Spencer sounds great on every song he does. Because
Spencer's he just sounds great.
Yeah, because his vocals are so distinct, and it's just, this song is so good, and I'm very excited for this album. I am. I can't lie.
You know, you loved Spencer's vocals on this, but this song made me fall in love with Kellen's vocals again. I mean, like, when I was like 12, I was like, oh my god. Well, firstly, I only knew, like, correct me if I'm saying the wrong band, King for a Day.
Well, that had Kellen on it. That's Pierce the Veil's song, but Kellen features on it. You can't tell because they both have super high voices.
They do. But it's like, I only knew like King for a Day, which he features on, apparently. I thought that was their song. But, you know, whatever. We move on. And Mon Chéri from the silly little PayPal Royale, which he features on.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I knew that one. Which for years I thought that was a woman who featured on it, but you know, we move on.
Well, the first time that I had ever listened to Sleeping with Sirens,
you thought it was a female vocalist.
I was like, "Whoa, what the hell?" And then I looked them up, and I was like, "It's a band of all dudes. What do you
all dudes?"
But do they just not include the woman in the promo pictures?
Oh my god! Yeah.
But it turns out it's Kellen that sings that high.
Yeah.
But yeah, his vocals are great.
Insane. This made me want to Pierce the Veil. No. Sleeping with Sirens. Yes. Dang it, they're not on my Blue Ridge Rock Fest day.
They're all the bands, they came up at the same time. They kind of got intertwined after. Well, they were kind of getting intertwined before the King for a Day, but once they did that song together, because the fans, like, if you were a fan of one band, you were a fan of the other, because vocally they sounded the same. Yeah. So when they did that song, it was like they became so intertwined that it was like one and the same for a very long. Not so much now that the scene isn't like that anymore.
I miss it.
But you know,
It's never there.
back when that song came out, what was it? It was like 2011, I think that song came out. Or
I think
shit.
yeah, 2011 or
2012?
2010.
Yeah, something like that. And then those years following that, it was like they were one and the same. So that I'll give you that one.
Okay.
But like when you were like, was Andy Black? Like I think you asked me if like Andy Black was in Pierce the Veil or some shit. And I was
No. I would say like Boston Manor and like Hot Mulligan.
Yeah,
I would get them confused.
yeah.
I still do.
Or
Still do.
Microwave and Tool. Like I'm not
Dude,
giving you that one.
Inanimate objects, bro. They just they get me, man. I don't know. I don't understand.
But before we move on, the features list on this album is fucking weird because it's like the Spencer from Under Oath one, which is like one that I didn't think was gonna happen, but after seeing it, obviously it makes sense. Royal and the Serpent, she's coming out of fucking nowhere. I think she's gonna be on the new Demi Lovato album too. Yeah, which is nuts. And then Charlotte Sands.
I'm so happy to see Charlotte literally everywhere.
She's everywhere, and it's like I love that she's like she markets herself as like pop punk and everything, but she keeps on like bridging the gap into like these heavier genres. Like she did the song with Under Oath. She's been working with. She did. Didn't she have Aaron from Under Oath feature on one of her songs or something like that? She just put out a heavy version of her big song Dress. And now she's going to be on this. So it's like, I love it. I love it. I really do.
And it's not just, oh my God, let me finish that thought. And it's not just heavier music that she's branching into, because she also did like a EDM song, I think, that we covered. Yeah. So it's like, she's just doing whatever she wants. It's like, people are like, hey, you want to be on this song? And she's like, yes. And she pulls it off every time. It's not, we've never had a moment where we're listening to a featured Charlotte Sands song and we're like, oh, she doesn't fit here. Why? Who put this together? Who did this? It's always like, oh my God, she did it again. She's crazy. It's crazy.
Sorry said that back to the Beyonce for 2 seconds. Sorry said that Single Ladies came out in 2007. Holy shit, I'm old. Single ladies.
It's such a banger. I can listen to that. I don't know the dance though, but I know. No, I'm not gonna let my brain go down that path. Never mind. We Came as Romans dropped a new single, Plagued,
and they finally announced the album Dark Bloom, which is unfortunate because they started rolling out the album with Dark Bloom, so the album comes out in October. And I think that Dark Bloom came out around that time of last year. I've listened to that single 100 times. I'm so sick of Dark Bloom. It's not even funny. So hopefully by then I'm kind of, I'm back into it. I don't hate the song. Like kind of like what happened with Blood and Water with Memphis Mayfire. That song came out a year ago, pretty much to the day when the album came out. And I love that song now, despite listening to it 100 times. But this song's great. I'm super stoked for this album. I've been sitting here patiently waiting. They started the rollout last year and I was like, come on guys, where's the album? And like a year later we're finally gonna have it, so I'm super stoked about that. So hell yeah.
Woo! Send it to us. Give us the advance for Shane.
Give us the album. Let's chat about it.
This banged.
Hell yeah. Imagine Dragons put out a new single, Sharks. Why does Imagine Dragons
nuts?
Why is Imagine Dragons kind of good though? Like why do they kind of slap?
Yeah.
They're touring with Macklemore. Okay.
Is that a joke?
No, I'm dead serious. They're touring with Macklemore this summer.
Macklemore is still touring?
In amphitheaters. The thrift shop guy. I
wasn't allowed to listen to that song when I was little. Okay, sorry. Continue.
I was super into Macklemore back in like 2016.
You were a Macklemore stan?
I was
in 2016. That was recent, Shane. That was 6 years ago.
Yeah, that was not recent. We just finished saying we were old. That was 6 years ago.
I was 12.
I was super into Macklemore. So if tickets, because they're playing amphitheater, so Imagine Dragons strikes me as like not an amphitheater band, so it's weird that they're doing that.
They're an arena band.
Yeah, they're an arena. They're not so much stadium, but they're definitely an arena band. So tickets are fucking expensive. Like fucking
how much?
Expensive. Like $100+ expensive.
Oh my god!
Like,
and it's an amphitheater.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you can see from anywhere in an amphitheater, but like the back rows of the amphitheater, because obviously the lawn sold out because they can't charge you $1 million for the lawn. The lawn was still $25-$30. That's sold out. But like any seats start at $100 at least. Probably close to like the 130 range for what's left. A majority of the seat map, at least by me, is sold out already.
Dude.
But I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it so goddamn expensive? Like, who allowed it to be this expensive? Yeah. So I won't be seeing the thrift shop guy. 26-year-old me will not be getting that wish fulfilled, but maybe another day. But why is Imagine Dragons so fucking good?
Why are they good? And it's weird that TikTok is, sorry, this is related to Imagine Dragons. TikTok is thirsting over the Imagine Dragons guys now. And it's insane. I feel like I'm saying the wrong words because I can't hear myself. But it's like the Imagine Dragons guy. They are like making thirst traps, and everybody's like, "Has he always been this hot?" And I'm like,
"I'm so."
Is it
glad
because
that
like
I
a new
that.
song came out? Dude, it's all over my time, and I'm not even liking them. So it's just being like fed to me, and I'm like, "No, guys, I don't like every white man you show me. Give me a break." But anyways, you're still welcome on the podcast. It's okay.
Yeah. Sure.
But this song banged like a lot. I really enjoyed it, and I might listen to it again. It won't be like on loop because I can't have that many Imagine Dragons streams. Respectfully, guys, respectfully. But like, it was nice. I enjoyed it a lot. Didn't expect it. The home team dropped a new single, FOMO, and then in little parentheses, Bored of You.
Fuck yes.
Woo!
We had this song back when we had gotten the advance for the record. I'm glad it's finally coming out because I enjoyed it when I listened to it. And I went back and I was like, I think I've heard this song before. So it had that staying power, 6 months later or however long it's been since we spoke to them. But this song's fucking great. I'm glad it's finally coming out. So fuck yeah. I mean, that's what I gotta say. I've been loving the record. Like, it was kind of like, I knew it was going to be good, but it kind of like got overshadowed by everything else that came out, and I was like, I gotta go back and listen to it because they were doing the TikTok thing where they kept posting the songs, and I was like, the singles are so fucking catchy, I gotta go back and listen to the album. And the album has been kind of in my rotation since then, so I'm stoked that they're putting out the other songs from it, which is awesome, or at least this one. I don't know. So fuck yeah.
As always, vocals are incredible, like insane. Great song. It's like the oh my god, inverted Lorna Shore. Does that make sense vocal wise?
Okay, sure.
Does that make sense?
No,
does that
not
make
the
sense?
Slightest.
No, whatever. I don't care.
Crown the Empire, Craig from Drugs, Dave from We Came as Romans, and Spencer from Ice Nine Kills put out a reimagined version of Johnny's Revenge from the Fallout, which is Crown the Empire's amazing 2011 album. Wow, I think it's 2011 or maybe it's 2012 that they're currently touring off of that I wasn't able to see because they were playing too far away from my house. I'm bummed I couldn't see that the album played in full because I fucking love the record, but I think that this version of the song is sick. It kept the integrity of the original one while also throwing in a bunch of super cool vocalists in there, which is awesome. I'm gonna go listen to the Fallout in full now.
For sure, man. This was good. I love a good Spencer Charno's feature. Love that silly little guy. He's just so silly. I like that man.
I never thought that someone would say that he's silly.
He's just a silly little guy. I've sent you like posts and stuff where I'm like, he's just so silly.
He's such a silly little dude.
A silly little dude. But yeah, this song was very good and I liked it. And I'm falling asleep now. My energy drink worked for like 15 minutes. Rand City Drive dropped a new single, Dying For. I still feel like I'm yelling.
Song was pretty sick. Just saw them live. They didn't play the song though.
Boo!
Whoa.
Boo! This song banged.
Yeah. Lil Nas X and Youngboy Never Broke Again dropped a new single, Late to the Party.
The Party.
Lil Nas X, bro. He's just he can just come out of nowhere after like however long of not dropping anything, and then he's like, "Here's the biggest song of the year."
Enjoy.
Yeah, but I'm shocked because like he did a shit ton of promotion off of this one, and maybe it's just because I've been like avoiding TikTok as much as possible, but I haven't seen nearly as much hype off of this song as the songs off that album that he just put out.
Yeah, I have been on TikTok, but I'm not on like that side of TikTok where I would be seeing a lot of those, but usually, it slips in like every now and then where it's like, oh, a dance, why is this on my For You page? But it's Lil Nas X, so I'm gonna let it slide. But yeah, I haven't seen a lot of like it's like the more he pushes it, the less response he gets.
Listen, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, bro. The songs that got massive off that album were fantastic songs. This song compared to those songs
can't be compared.
It's not even close.
No,
it's a great
Industry Baby has it wiped, dude.
Yes, it's a great song in the grand scheme of things. But when you compare it to the songs that got massive off of that record that everybody was talking about, it's not even close. So that's probably why. But maybe he'll drop another Industry Baby and become the biggest thing of 2022 too. That'll be like what, the third year in a row that he'll be the biggest name in music, or one of.
Yeah, third, fourth. Yeah, he was 2019, 2020, 2021 in this one. So yeah, the fourth year.
Yes.
Four. Okay. I'm like on like 1% right now. But yeah, I also felt it was a bit repetitive. Like I understand like what he's saying, and like his outrage is, I get it. That's I completely understand. But I don't know. It didn't have the same oomph as his other things.
It was missing something.
I felt like Youngboy could have been used better. I don't know. I felt like his part was kind of forgettable. And I like Youngboy's features. I'm not like a Youngboy fan. I don't have a Twitter account dedicated to Youngboy. But you know, I am that Youngboy stan account with the face. You've obviously seen the face for his Twitter picture.
I'm sure I have at some point. I just probably didn't know it was him.
Yeah, it's incredible, and I love them so much, but I hate them as well. But this was great. Not too great though. It wasn't Industry Baby. It wasn't. And is it I Want? I don't know what that one was. It's not Scoop. It's. Oh, this is me. New Medicine dropped new single. Take Me Away.
Song was pretty smacking. Drop an album, please.
Just give us the album. You don't even have to drop it.
Just put it out on Spotify on Friday.
That's all we need.
Games We Play put out a new single, Sync Girlfriend. Super sick to see how big this band has gotten in such a short period of time. Song smacks, hoping for more music, and then you can come on the podcast.
Yes, please. Come on the pod because this song smacks.
Yes, you seem like fun.
Yes. My Kid Brother dropped new single, Split Salt.
So true. It's pretty good. I like this song. They announced an album.
They did?
Yeah, it comes out on in October, and it's Spilt Salt, not
Spilt?
Split, not Split.
That makes sense.
The I and L are switched.
Sorry, man. I like one eye open doing this.
Bro, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, they announced an album, so that means they should come back on the podcast so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. We talked to them in 2020 about the EP they put out.
Yeah, let's redo that.
So true. It's been a minute. Sydney Sprague put out a new single, Think Nothing. Bro, speaking of getting big in such a short amount of time, she just like in the beginning of the year she toured amphitheaters with fucking Jimmy Eat World and Dashboard Confessional, I think was that tour. And then she was just announced to play in Arizona with Jimmy Eat World in the Maine today.
Oh wow.
And in another amphitheater, and I'm like, just how big she's gotten in such a short amount of time is huge. And I'm very excited. I'm hoping for an album sometime soon. We can chat again. I'll get your last name right this time.
You were stressing so much about that too. Oh my god. Yeah, this song banged. It made me look up and be like, oh my god, is this Sydney? Is this the new Sydney song? And it was. And I was like, this is so good. I love her music so much. It's incredible. Good job. Boys Who Fall dropped a new single, Empty. More like
banging.
Banging.
They're on Good Noise Fest, so make sure you catch them on Saturday. This song's fucking great. It really is. Mark made sure to send it to us and was like, yo, check this out, guys. And we did. And we were like, this shit bangs. So we're talking about it now and telling you that it bangs and you should go check it out.
Yes. Go check it out.
Great reviewers over here. Pennyboard put out a new single, Cherry Chapstick. Guess what? You can catch Pennyboard on Good Noise Fest as well, July 2nd. God. Be there.
Oh my god.
This song is fucking great. Pennyboard never misses. And it feels like yesterday that they put the last song out. So like, holy shit.
Yeah, Conversations.
Yeah. So yeah. Sick track, dude.
This song made me sad, but like a good sad, you know? It was very
there
good.
Was such thing as a good sad.
You know, it's just kind of it's just kind of like you're like, man, this bangs, but like this makes me sad.
Yeah.
Like I'm enjoying this song, but like I don't think I could listen to it again. But yeah, man, this was good. This was a banging banger.
Nice.
Lorna Shore dropped new single Into the Earth. Guess what, Shane?
What?
You could catch Lorna Shore and Good.
Oh my god! Imagine
they're right in between Pennyboard and Sorry Ghost. It's just Lorna Shore smacked in the middle of the day.
We got a deathcore interlude.
Yeah, they're not actually. But if it'd be nice though.
Yeah, but if you guys want to put something together last minute, we're totally down.
Next year, imagine an acoustic Lorna Shore.
That would be funny.
I need it.
But this song is great. In the press release, it said that their album comes out, I believe, sometime in October. There was no date. I would assume the date will be with the next single. So I'm very excited about that. But I've been seeing some people online, hearing some things that people are starting to not like Lorna Shore, but that's just because the metal community is like, okay, we liked you for 6 months, now we hate you, and that's just typical Reddit metalcore communities, I guess. I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
People are like, it all sounds the same, and it's like, I don't give a fuck if it sounds the same or not. His vocals are fucking insane.
It's insane.
Like no one is doing it quite like them. No. And people are like trying to say that the old vocalist was better, but I think I saw in a YouTube comment section last night that the old vocalist CJ was getting vocal lessons from Will. So obviously it's going to sound at least somewhat, because Will was taking, or CJ was taking lessons from the person singing right now.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, Will blows it out of the water. I don't care. The songs are insane. And I listened to some of the songs with CJ and they were pretty good, but like hearing Will do one of CJ's songs, Immortal, live was like, holy fucking shit. Like, is this even the same band?
Yeah.
So whoever's saying that Lorna Shore is stupid and you hate them now, even though you were pissing your pants over Into the Hellfire 6 months ago, shut up. Just shut up.
Just stop.
Just shut your mouth.
Yeah.
I was gonna move on. I thought you were like, they're playing Good Noise Fest.
No, I have like two things to say. This banged. Well, it banged to the fullest extent that I could say it banged, because like at the same time I'm like, oh my god, this is insane. But then I'm also like, oh my god, this is incredible, but also still insane, because it's like, what? The fact that like he's just able to like just do that with like out any vocal effects, and that's just kind of like his voice, is ridiculous.
It's nuts. There's a video that he did with, it was like some PR thing or whatever. I don't know where they put the camera down his throat. I still haven't watched it, but I want to so bad,
2 million views
because I want to see what's going on in his throat. Like, it might make me queasy, so I might be like, Sam, you have to watch this for me and let me know what his throat looks like, because it might make me want to throw up, but my partner will be able to handle it. But I want to. It's like been on the back of my mind. But every single time I'm like, I have food in front of me. Like, that's the only time I watch YouTube, is when I have food in front of me, and I don't want to see what's going on.
You retweet that.
I don't want to see what's going on in Will's throat when I'm eating my chips for the night, like winding down. Like, I don't want to go vomit.
Yeah.
But it's been out for weeks, and every couple of days I'm like, I think about it, and I'm like, oh, not today. Oh, not today. It's also a long video.
It's like 24 minutes or something. Yeah.
Haunter put out a new single, Go. This kind of came out of nowhere. Usually we're pretty on top of like what's going on with Haunter, because we're homies. But I didn't even know that this one was coming. Like, it was on the playlist. And I was like, wait a minute, new Haunter? That's sick.
Yeah, it was just in my release radar, and I was like, I had the exact same reaction. I was like, oh, new Haunter? Nice.
Yeah. Song fucking bangs. They can't make a bad song.
Nope. It's impossible.
So yeah, go fucking stream it. Hell yeah. And we've spoken to them a couple of times about a couple of past singles.
Yeah, like all their previous singles.
So
we've spoken to them.
You can go check those out. Always a blast to chat with them. Fuck yeah.
Woo. Her drop a new single, Dance to the Music. This is for the Minions soundtrack again.
Bro. It sounds like it belongs in the Minion movie.
It does. It's not the best.
But in the context of the movie, it's gonna be
in the context of the movie.
In the context of the album,
it sounds incredible. But yeah, this was a. What is this lineup for this movie? You have Eminem, Brockhampton, her, and then like God knows who else. So are they gonna pull Tyler Creator and Pharrell out of a hat and be like, here's everybody else? And then
Pharrell's gonna make Happy Part 2.
Dude, I hope so. I need it.
Willow put out a new song, Maybe It's My Fault. Song fucking Willow. Bangs, bro. So true.
Wait. I need to pull it up and listen to it for like 2 seconds because it'll come back to me. But it's like there was a song where I was like, this sounds exactly like this. Oh, it's playing through my speakers. Oh my god. Oh, it's playing on my TV. That's even worse. Okay, never mind. We will not be listening. Oh, just by the first riff. It's Origami Angel tuning. That was all I had to say. It's the guitar that Willow's using is the same tuning as Origami Angel uses for. Which one is that? I don't know. It's off of Gami Gang, and it's like it's the one where he does it. It's like the best song off the album. It might be Morbus Chicken Strip or one of those, but like it's the exact same tuning, and I really liked it.
Awesome.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Did you have anything to add?
No, that song bangs.
Yeah. Oh, your favorite Megadeth dropped a new single. We'll be back.
I wish they weren't back.
Dude, this song was so bad.
Okay. I fucking hate this band. But to be completely fair, I fucking hated this band. No, I'm not gonna praise them at all. I fucking hated this band because the production on their older work, because I had only listened to the stuff that they were playing live with Lamb of God. And I fucking hated it because number one, the song sucked and the production was bad. Now, at least the production is good, so the song is listenable, but it's still musically god awful and really has me like, listen, bro, I know that like it's hilarious that I even want to go see Five Finger Death Punch, but it's like the fact that Megadeth is playing before them and not after them is like making me hesitate if I should even go or not.
You just gotta come late, man.
Well, the problem is I want to see the opening bands, but it's like Megadeth is gonna play for an hour, and I fucking hate Megadeth.
That's a full Megadeth show, dude.
I fucking hate Megadeth. So yeah, I fucking hate this band, and they have an album coming out soon.
And we're gonna be. Are we covering it? I don't want to cover it.
I fucking hate this band. I'm gonna avoid that album like the plague, which means you're gonna put it on there.
I'm probably gonna put it on there, and then I'm gonna be like, I didn't actually
subject yourself to it.
No, I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm gonna let you listen to it, and I'm not gonna tell you that I didn't listen to it. And I'm gonna be like, I don't know what this sounds like.
This band fucking sucks. Brent Faiyaz dropped a new single, "Price of Fame." It was like 6 minutes long, but it didn't drag on. Thank God. The song was pretty good.
It felt like two different songs. Like you could definitely tell. It felt like a you only listened to the Tyler album once, but it felt like his Sweet I Thought You Wanted to Dance, because that one was like genuinely like 10 minutes long, but this was only 6, so it was good. But oh my god, you could definitely hear that there was a switch in the middle of the song where it kind of changed to like a different tempo, and it just felt completely different. And I was like, oh, this is good. This kept me listening and good. And yeah, nice. I lost everything that I was gonna say. Nice. Oh god, the Wonder Years dropped a new single, Wyatt's Song, and then in parentheses, Your Name.
This song is pretty good. They announced their record, and I'm honestly kind of excited for it because the songs so far have been banging. They definitely came up during like that Tumblr pop punk era, where it was like very like storyless so far and shit like that. But but this album doesn't feel like that so much. Which is so far at least. So I'm excited for the record.
For sure. This song banged, and come back to Virginia. I'll actually see you live this time.
Fame on Fire dropped a new single, Ketamine. I'm very excited for this album. All the singles have been banging so far, and this single was no exception.
Yeah, this song banged. I love Fame on Fire, and
come on the podcast.
Banging. Come on the podcast. Stay Put dropped 2 new singles, Silt and The Grove, and unfortunately these are Stay Put's last songs, as the band is now no longer doing it.
I didn't know that. The last I heard, they were putting together an album of 10 songs. What the fuck?
Yeah, he wrote like a whole notes thing. I'll send it to you. I'm not gonna like try and summarize it because it might come off as like harsh, or like I just do you know how I summarize things? I put little silly little jokes into them, and it's like not something to joke about. But it's like I'll send it.
I completely missed that. I didn't know that. But these songs are good, and it's unfortunate that they're like calling it quits. Obviously, I didn't even know until right now. Gloria just broke the news to me.
Sorry, man.
But so I don't know what the reasoning behind it is, but I'm obviously gonna go read it as soon as we're done here. But they were like really coming into like their own with the songs that they were working on.
They found their sound.
They were finding their not even finding their sound, because I think they had it, but like in terms of production quality, it had shot up astronomically since the first time that they were put on our radar, and the songs were becoming super fucking good. And I was very excited for the album that they were working on, but I mean these are 2 fucking bangers to end off on.
For sure.
So wow.
Yeah, these are actually my 2 favorite Stay Put songs. I know Silt was only like 50 seconds, but just in that 50 seconds I was hooked. And I was like, oh my god, this is their best stuff, and you're breaking up now.
Come on,
just
man.
give us the demos.
Drop the album, man. Finish the record.
They said it's like 40% done or something.
Okay,
so it's not even like
the other
close.
60%.
No.
Or put out the 4 songs that are done. If I believe there were supposed to be 10 songs on it, so go finish the other 4 or the other 6. Nothing More put out a new single, Spirits, announced their new album, Spirits. Wow. And this is the closing song on the record, and I love the 2 singles that came off the record so far. But they kind of did the Under Oath thing where like they dropped the last song as a single. Still an interesting choice. I don't get it, because the song is like, the first 2 singles were super high energy and shit, and then this is like feels like a closer.
It's like, their high def.
Yeah, I'm like, why? I still don't get it. But it's an alright song. It took me like 3 or 4 tries to get through it, because I kept getting distracted on release day. Because I wanted to listen to it, but I saw it was 5 minutes, and then I also saw that it was the closer, and I was like, I kept like getting distracted by other things on my phone. I just couldn't get through the song.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's fair. I mean, I thought this banged.
So true. Good job.
Thanks, man. I'm working really hard here. Oh shoot, I forgot to copy and paste and stuff. One OK Rock dropped new single, Save Yourself.
Fucking song bangs. That tour that they announced with You Me at 6 and Fame on Fire is nuts. And I believe they announced the record with it too. If they didn't, I'm dreaming. But obviously there's a record. No, they didn't announce it, but I saw people saying, because there's like a little part on the tour post that's like blanked out and something's supposed to be there, and their fans were like, it's just gonna be like, the tour is gonna be called whatever the album is, kind of thing, or something related to the album. So I don't think it's announced yet, but that's why I thought that they already announced it. But this fucking song was great. This band is super cool, way better than their last single, because I know that I had like kind of poo-pooed on it, and
you did poo-poo on it.
Chris from Painted Young was like, dude, why? And I'm like, it wasn't very good, but this song, I like this one.
So true.
And for the last track of the night, the Front Bottoms put out a new single, More Than It Hurts You. I've crapped on this song an awful lot, or not this song, this band an awful lot. But I've grown to like them as it's went on. Went to go see them back in October last year. I went because my partner wanted to go, and I was very excited to see Sydney. And they were obviously excited to see the Front Bottoms. But I was like, I would like, because I had been listening to their stuff because they were just kind of picking their set lists every night, so I had to like kind of familiarize myself with the entire discography, which at the beginning when we had first planned to go, I was like, this is so unfortunate. I gotta listen to this band's all this band shit. But by the end of the night, I like caught myself singing along, and I was like, I can't be a jaded Front Bottoms hater anymore. I was singing along to the songs at their show.
Exactly, yeah.
So I mean, I thought that the song was pretty good. I'm gonna be honest. They announced an EP, comes out on September 2nd. They announced a tour. Forgot the tri-state area exists, despite being from here. So yeah, I never thought I would admit that I enjoyed something by the Front Bottoms, but
well, we did that last year, where you said we liked a song.
Yeah,
I say last year. I'm pretty sure it was last year because I listened to it while biking, and it hasn't been warm enough yet. Well, it has, but I just don't
it's definitely been warm enough. It was
it's too
hot
it's
today.
too warm to bike.
Yeah, it's hot.
I'm not
this
coming
weekend.
back from that, dude. But yeah, it's banged.
So true. So as I said, that is all the topics we have today. You can follow us on Twitter. It's _noise_cast. Facebook or Instagram is Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. YouTube is Good Noise Podcast. Every audio streaming service ever is Good Noise Podcast. Bandcamp is goodnoiserecords.bandcamp.com. If you want a Good Noise Fest shirt, those are available right now and will be available for the next couple of weeks. They are pre-order. We'll put the orders in. We'll ship them. How fun. So you can buy one of those. All the money will go to Black and Pink. Well, obviously minus what our cost is for the shirt. And then Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Obviously, don't forget Good Noise Fest, July 2nd. It's going to be a blast. 26 bands.
So cool. Bowling for Soup. Also.
Bowling for Soup.
Nahina. Action Adventure. Honey. Boys of Fall.
Boys of Fall.
Boys of Fall.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said Boys of Fall.
Boys of Fall. Okay, I was like, dude, because I can barely. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just hoping the right words are coming out when I'm talking.
You're gonna have to
can't
fix
hear
that.
myself. But yeah, tune in. It's great.
Glory's got your Patreon supporters, Twitch subs, and your important plugs. And then we'll plug the fest one more time.
We'll
sign off.
Great. Thank you to our Patreon supporters, my brother, my uncle Matt from Pulses, Jeremy, Brady, Zarian, Eric. Woo! You guys are great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to our Twitch subs, Coastal Lover, Buzz Lightskin, and Matt again from Pulses. Matt, you rock. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. And important plugs. Oh my god. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Please, for the love of God, wear your mask. I've been seeing. I swear to God. All these concert pictures. It's insanity to me. But man, that's it. And get your vax if you can. And yeah, be a good person.
Nice.
Yeah.
One last time, Good Noise Fest.
Woo!
July 2nd. See you there. 26 bands right on our Twitch channel, twitch.com. Twitch.tv/Good Noise Podcast. We'll see you there.
Don't go to twitch.com. We don't know what's on there.
No, you don't want to go there. All right. Well, I've been Shane.
I have been Glory.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.